Now, what does strength through peace look like? It looks like diplomacy. It looks like human relations. It looks like seeing the other person as oneself, understanding the other person's suffering as well. Strength through peace understands that while we have a right inherently to self-defense, no nation has a right to attack another nation. No nation has an inherent right to drop a bomb on another nation. No nation has an inherent right to try to take over another nation. All people are created equal, endowed by our Creator with inalienable rights, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and that goes right now, and that is called strength through peace. And so, we go from strength through peace to what? You can have peace, but you have to have justice. That's why this meeting here is important today, because it's about peace through justice. The prophet Isaiah said, I will make justice the measuring line. Meaning that unless you have justice, it's very difficult to speak in terms of peace. That's why when my wife and I went to the Middle East twice in the last 2 years, and we had a chance to visit the Palestinian areas in the West Bank, and we had a chance to visit Ramallah, in our travels, we saw the walls, we saw the checkpoints, we saw the earth mounds, we saw the settlements, we saw the barriers, we saw the way people were treated, we saw the way an elected legislature was treated, we saw all of that. That is not the way that you can bring about peace, and we need to say that in the United States Congress. We need to say that all over this country. What is it that separates us? I will tell you what it is. It is fear. I want everyone here to think about this for a moment. All of us feel fear at one time or another. It's a very human emotion. But whenever we are guided by our fears, it generally will lead us to a place where we cannot function. If you have fear in a relationship, in a marriage, it can destroy your marriage. If you have fear in a business partnership, it is very difficult to be able to have a successful business. And if you have fear within a nation, it's very difficult to have a nation be one. And today, the fear that grips the land of Israel is one that has created all these checkpoints. It is one that has created all the barriers and the separations. It's one that has created conditions where you look at a map of the West Bank, and it looks like Swiss cheese, and people talk about a two-state solution. What are they talking about? Where's the land? Where's the state? We need to have coherence in these things, and we need to address our fears directly. If we can understand the fears of Israelis, and certainly Israel has a right to survive, but Israel must also understand that fear driving its policies will lead to the destruction of Israel. Fear driving its policies will ruin any chance Israel has to be able to survive. Let me give you an example. At this very moment, there are people in the Omer government and in the Shas party who are driving Israel to try to venture into an attack on Iran, which would be a catastrophe for the world and a catastrophe for Israel. If we want Israel to survive, and I do, I believe that the United States must be an even-handed partner to Israel and take Israel aside and say, look, do not attack Iran, work with Iran and the world community. The United States should lead the way in getting rid of all nuclear weapons. We must ask Israel to get rid of its nuclear weapons. We must ask all countries to get rid of their nuclear weapons. We must lead the way for nuclear abolition, which is what the Non-Proliferation Treaty was all about to begin with. Let us get rid of our fears. Let us move towards our hope. Let us move towards our mutual brotherhood and sisterhood. Let us reconcile with each other, and we will survive. If we take another path, then, as John Kennedy recognized many years ago, we shall live together as brothers and sisters, or we will perish together as fools. We must find a way to live together, and we must find a way for peaceful coexistence with the Israelis and the Palestinians in a peaceful solution, which includes East Jerusalem as a place where the Palestinians can call their own. This is something we must do. Someday, inshallah, someday, oh yeah, someday it will happen. Someday the impulse which brings everyone here in this room together as one will be an impulse which will cause Arabs to reach across to Israelis, to recognize our brotherhood and sisterhood. That will happen. The work that's being done in Ramallah right now will help make that happen. We must believe that peace is possible and that peace is inevitable. That's what Strength for Peace is about. We must believe that peace with justice will occur as long as we have the courage to stand up for what we believe in. We cannot walk in fear and faith at the same time, because fear leads us away from that very thing, that what it is we hope to achieve. But with courage, with the power of our hearts and the power of our intent, we will find a way to reach out to the Israelis and to reach out to Jews everywhere to see that we have a common destiny, that we have a common brotherhood and sisterhood, that we have a common intention to survive, that we have a common hope for love and liberty, and that through the power of our hearts we shall achieve it, and we will make it happen, because that is who we are. Let us celebrate 50 years of Ramallah. Let us celebrate 232 years of the United States of America, and let us remember that now we are evolving to become more than we are and better than we are, and we shall create this new world where all will live in peace in a land called Palestine and in a country called Israel. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Congressman. And let me say, maybe I'm not allowed to say this, but the Congressman came here without a single penny charge to us. Free of charge.
Wow, was that worth the wait? Huh? Another round of applause for a true patriot of Palestine and the United States, America, Congressman Dennis Kucinich. Thank you, Congressman. Thank you very much. We are in the back stretch of the end of our program. And believe me, I'm sure all of us here truly appreciate your patience.